Now, on this second part of this, I will reveal the fact that let's see. I have written many things, but many things I will not be able to actually put on here. My writings, what I've written, trying to turn it into writing, but instead, first of all, it started out as journalism. Then I started trying to turn it into rap and rhyme, and I couldn't really do that because I cannot rap and rhyme. So then I started turning it into poetry, which made a little bit of sense, made a little bit more sense. Because then I had stuff like this one called A Cloudy Vision Becomes Clear, Born to be a Soldier Against All Odds, The Revolution, The Missing Links, The Return, Wrath of the Cat, Holy Revolution, Cry of a Scorned Soul 1 and 2, Letter to My Mom and Dad, Sounds of a Scorned Soul, Y2K, Y2Day, C2K, I'm sorry, That's the Cat's Tail, The Apache Wolf Project, A Wolf in Sheep's Clothing, Ricky Odell, or Ricky O, Book 1, Words to the Old, which is to the Odells, my family. Trust me, it was not all that great. It was kind of bitter, but that's what it was about. So, anyway. And then I had Infinity times 9, the Apache Principle. So as you can see, Apache has been brought to the table a lot and was supposed to be the better half, the better side of me. The Mortal Cat, the Raging Cat Behind the Mask. Then we had 9 and 19. The greatest ones that I have, I think, are the ones that Miss Hibiscus has. Titled Back in Time, Who Am I? Those are two of the best ones, not to mention this one that's coming up. Beware of the Cat, Ready to Die. Yes, at one time, that's the only thing I could think of was smoking, getting high, getting so high that I just see things and I float away to another place. You know how they go. Anyhow, whose life is it? Because I had to ask that a couple of times. Man, whose life is this? You know what I'm saying? Everybody trying to live my life for me, trying to tell me what to do, how to do it, what I should be doing. Look, I was 19, I was 18, I was 20. I wasn't doing what the normal 20, 18, 19-year-olds was doing, smoking, drinking, getting high, drugs and fucking everybody. I mean, I wasn't doing all that, you know what I'm saying? I was staying to myself. I had just came out of my low self-esteem spurt, and I was finding myself basically and trying to stay righteous, trying to stay holy. But it was hard with hypocrites and two-faced people, and we'll get into that later. That's what Back in Time is about. That's what Who Am I is about. Mistaken identity. Oh my God. Whose child am I? And I need to write that one also. But yes, I had a mistaken identity. Alley Cat meets Apache, simply titled Ego Tripping, and I love that one. These are some of the ones that are being held on to, but some of my greatest, I believe, for the most part. You will be a witness to some of those. I will read them to you, and you will witness them soon. Most important thing is that you realize that I am on Facebook. Go ahead and subscribe to me on Facebook. I'm trying to do big moves, big things. I'm trying to get this show on the road. Oh my God, it's been years. My first one was like almost 3 years ago. I'm trying to make this happen. Then get into Richland College, which is actually down the street. Things happened, and I just ended up not going. Problems surfaced. So then I ended up getting a job. Thank God for that. But yes, I ended up getting a job, and that took care of everything else. 2 jobs at that, but I'm still not barely making it. Still barely making it as usual. I was just talking to a young kid, a 20-year-old, yesterday about how much $9 is. It means nothing to the average man that's trying to take care of himself. Nothing. Yes, I do curse a lot. The Odells will never hear that. But yes, I don't do it sparingly though. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to let this die out 5 minutes into it. I will also read my paper that I wrote about cloning, which was years ago. What you will also witness is the fact that I'm trying my best to... I'm going to go into different talks, different speeches, different subjects, various things. I will be talking about things like Trayvon. I will be talking about all forms of... I don't know a lot about everything, but what I do know about, I will expose that, and I will expect some people to comment. I will expect negative, and I will accept negative and positive both, because that's just a part of it. That is just all a part of it. I mean, I already know that. Let's see if I can do this right. I've always been consistently curious about a 9 approach, the 999 approach, i.e., this will be the signal for that. When you see that, that is the 999. That represents I, me, thee, we. So, anyhow, as I was saying though, I will be talking a lot about everything. Things that I've been through, things that I've seen, things I do and don't agree with, things that, are just crazy to me. It's 10 minutes into the broadcast. Let me go ahead and let it go, because I'm not sure how long it's going to take for it not to accept it. And this is only a trial anyway. More like still the introduction, not me actually talking about nothing just yet. Just trying to skim through, because, I don't have an audience yet, and I want to let you know what to expect from me whenever I do get this show on the go. Things like Kosovo, things like Afghanistan, things like the shooting, the sniper shootings, things like Iraq, things like the bombing in OKC, my home state, yes sir. But things like anthrax, things like political corruption. I don't know a lot about politics, but what I do know, and some people were surprised to know. It's funny. Racism does exist in America. It existed 5 years ago. It's going to exist forever, both in blacks, whites, Mexicans. Yes, I've ran across it all. It's not the greatest, not the worst form of it, but I've ran across it all, so it does exist. We'll talk about that later, because my friend seems to think that I'm a sellout also anyway, and I don't know how she could think that, because I clearly do not disapprove of other races. I support our race, but I can't see myself putting another race, another person down to uplift ourselves. And as Pac said, it's not them that's killing us, it's us that's killing us. Genocide, we in the gangs for real? We're selling drugs to each other for real? Is that what we're doing? Do we? Have you thought about it? Anyhow, those are all different subjects I'm going to touch on, and I might be wrong. There's going to be some wrong opinions. I mean, it's my opinion. That's what it is. So anyway, I will expect you to express yours. Check me out on Facebook also.